Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel again today. Anybody that's obviously never been to the channel, obviously if you could give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for any new content that we release, which we do try, well, I try to release as often as possible. Today's a subject which I generally try not to talk about because main reason is obviously you can easily be accused of being racist, being far right, because obviously, as it was announced this morning on the news, 8 more people died in the English Channel. People coming over from France trying to get themselves a better life in the UK, which, as a father, I can completely understand why somebody would want to do that to try and create themselves a better life in another country, whether they've come from a war zone, a third world country, whatever the reason. To be honest, I can understand that. But the thing is, for quite a while, I've been thinking about what the government's doing. Is there a better way that they can get a grip of it? Because there's a lot of politicians, a lot of news agencies out there in the UK at the moment saying what our poor job the government are doing, Border Force aren't doing their job. I've worked on radio and newspapers myself. I've had people message me in the past say, why aren't the armed forces or the Royal Navy doing something to protect our borders? If, say, for instance, foreign ship came into our waters, you'd have the Royal Navy straight round out. I personally remember it actually happening. I can't remember if it was earlier on this year or last year actually happened, and Royal Navy ship went round from Plymouth into the North Sea to move a vessel on from another country. But then I think, is it really the thing the Royal Navy should be doing? What could be done? Now, obviously, I know Nigel Farage and Reform have said we should come out of the European Court of Justice. I'm not so sure that's really going to help. The way I see it, and this is something that, as much as I hate to say it, Katie Hopkins said, maybe 2 years ago, in a video that she put on, I think it was on Instagram. I happened to flick through it and actually saw the video she put up. And basically, what she was saying, and as much as I don't like Katie Hopkins generally, what she said made a lot of sense. Because what she said was that the UK government, which was a Conservative government at the time, were advertising that if you come to the UK illegally, okay, you'll get so much money. I think it's something like £45 or whatever the amount is. You'd be guaranteed that amount. You'd get some housing. That have no option in where the housing would be. It could be in London, it could be in Bristol, it could be in Glasgow, it could be anywhere in the UK, and you've got to take it or lump it at the end of the day. And if you're, for instance, in a third world country or you're in a war zone, why wouldn't you take the risk? Why wouldn't you try and cross the English Channel? I'm sure a lot of people who live in this country, if they had to, they would take that chance. So the real question is the government doing this wisely? And the people that are coming over, which is a substantial amount, if you believe all the statistics that are coming out on a regular basis, are they doing it quick enough? Because I've just done a search myself, and it works out that if you come over here illegally, it's 9 months for your application to be processed. And that's if you don't go and do a bunk and do a runner from one of the centres you get put in. and then Border Force or the police have got to try and find you and get you back to sort out your application. But 9 months, so just think about that, 15th of September now, that's next June before you're going to get a result on your application. So you're going to have a cold winter here. You're going to get through the spring, and then you're going to have an English summer, or the start of an English summer, before you get a response. And it still might take longer than that before you even get an answer. And then there's potential of appeals, so to be honest, why wouldn't you? And is there an argument that the government should be doing it an awful lot quicker than 9 months? If you're doing it legally, it's like a couple of months. So this is where I am at the moment. Don't think that the Navy need to come out, get involved. I don't think that politically we need to be pulled out of the European Court of Human Rights. At the end of the day, it was a British, pretty much set it up at the end of the Second World War, to be honest. So what I think that we need to do, and, to be honest, no politician in their right mind is going to do this. I can tell you right now, if any politician did this, I would be absolutely flabbergasted, because, to be honest, they would probably lose their seat. They'd be kicked out. If they were at a government seat, they'd probably be kicked out for it. So what I would personally do is at the end of the day, it's basically cut how much money that they're actually getting, so it's not seen as such a great thing to actually come to this country, because if that happens, it's going to be less appealing, less people are going to want to come to the country and take the risk. And then the next thing that you need to do, which I'm not so sure that they're about to do anyway, is invest a load of money into getting these waiting lists down, because 9 months is an absolute joke. If you can do it for like a month, 2 months to get an adult, application, let's say for instance you're in America and you want to come over here, if you can do that in 2 months, why on earth, come on, seriously, why on earth is it taking 9 months to sort out these applications for these people who've come over on their boats, or whether they're coming on the ferries from northern France over to Portsmouth and Dover, or through the Eurotunnel, whichever way they're actually doing it, because obviously those ways are happening as well, may not be spoken about as much. But seriously, something has got to happen. To be honest, I don't think any government is seriously really going to do anything about this, because they'd get too much aggro for it at the end of the day. So let me know what you personally think that they should do. But for now, thanks for letting me have my little rant and moan. Always makes me feel a bit better when I do have a moan about something, because to be honest, it's not right that all these innocent people are dying. They don't deserve it. So like I said, let us know in the comments below what you think. And obviously give us a subscribe as well. But for now, thanks for listening. Cheers. Bye.